Ewela, ewela, makosi ndawe, and Hanyang. What the hell happened there? And yes, welcome to the live session. And we'll wait a little bit until we get, yes. So I'm here in case you need advice. Yes, I'm still dealing with that COVID stuff. And I'm all a bit sweaty today. I'm a little bit better, isn't it? I am feeling a bit sweaty. But otherwise, I'm not feeling any pains apart from the sweat or anything like that. No runny nose today. So yes, I think I'm getting it's clearing, isn't it? So I'm good with that. And that is just that. So I'm here so I don't have to think too much about myself, right? I have enough time to share with you guys because I'm in isolation kind of mode. So hit me. Yes. So since you guys while waiting for someone who might need advice, I'll play for you my Mbira. Because that's what it is, and Kamaku Mfana Futi and Grand Rising Genevieve, and yes, and yeah. So yes, I am beating that anyway. Yeah. So anyway, I put it there, the advice session, just in case someone might, because I've been getting a lot of dream questions. So you can ask your dream questions on this live session. But otherwise, it might end up turning into the truth of Goma when we get to relax. But I'll play a song for you guys while waiting. And this song is called Someone Learning to Play Mbira. That's what it is. And it goes like this. So that was a song about someone learning to play Mbira. And this next song that I'm going to be playing for you guys while we're waiting around for everyone to get to relax. I think some of you who have been on these live sessions knows that there's one particular song that I really love so much. And the tune as well, you might recognize it. And this is one of my favorite songs. All right, there it goes. Okay, I'll start it with the beat. That was the song. Okay. Remember on these live sessions, when we're listening to an artist playing her favorite music, favorite song that she created, we need to show support by clicking on those live sessions, because you believe wholeheartedly that this artist is an upcoming one, and she's gonna get there, right? She's gonna be, when I get famous, you guys can be, you can claim to be part of the people who push me up to that fame, right? So that was my favorite song. Anyway, serious stuff. Let's talk seriously now. Mfana futhi, gosh, looks like I can see from far, isn't it? Oh my gosh, this COVID is making my eyes see properly. I can see without squinting. Like, woo, I can see nicely. This is nice, you know? I can't believe the way the letters are like so big. Anyway, Gog, what are the dangers of awakening one's Kundalini prematurely? Why would you want to awaken it prematurely? Kundalini, guys, is a serious thing. From what I have learned, is a serious thing. But remember that whether you're trying to, you know, it is like because from what my ancestors have explained, from the way they explain it, because they say this is their helper, right? It is something, they understand it. Sometimes they are part of it, the ancestors, right? Playing that band where things started adjusting nicely through your chakras. That is the Kundalini awakening, right? So you need to naturally let it happen, so that everything happens naturally for you. So, you know, trying to force things, sometimes it is not right. When it is forced, it has to be like if it is controlled. When I'm saying it's controlled, like especially when there are people who knows how to do, because sometimes it can awaken through the, you know, the drumming and the shaking of the body, you know, like with how healers will do it, right? The way we shake our bodies, kind of thing like that, you know, you know, awakening, you know, trying to balance all your chakras starting from the root going up. So Kundalini can just touches, not touches. Okay, let me try properly. Kundalini, it is the awakening of all chakras. Just that movement, just going right, nice and nice, doing all its tricks, going up and opening up properly, so that all your senses can be working properly, because all your chakras are working in order, right? So if you do other things prematurely, I'll leave it there, because I don't even know what will happen. I don't know what will happen there. Just try and let sometimes things go naturally on their own, because Kundalini is a big one. Chakras can open nicely one by one, but when it comes to Kundalini and the way it does is a different thing altogether. That line is different. Dineo Tubela becoming Kamagu and Mfanaguti, just out of my curiosity, just to find out what is actually happening here. So why would you, what would you want to awaken Kundalini in that way? Why would you want to awaken it in that way, prematurely, like you say, before it is ready to start doing its tricks? Actually, now, think about it straight like a healer. Remember that when Kundalini starts properly from the root chakra, when it starts working from your root chakra, everything will be revealed nicely to you. That's why you find that a lot of us, we go through all those kind of, how do you say, like You just find yourself going through the isolation. You start thinking a lot about a lot of things, depending on what is being revealed from the root, right? And you find that that shift makes you think a lot about things. You start questioning a lot of things, why things are like this and stuff like that. So imagine when you're not ready to start going deep in that kind of level where you start questioning things as you're supposed to naturally question things, because that's what happens when our root starts awakening properly, right? You start wondering, what the hell? Who am I? What am I doing here? What is this all about? What is wrong with me? Why am I different? Why am I behaving like this? Why am I doing things like this? Why are things, everyone around me seems to be confused, but it seems to be like I'm the only one here who can see that we are living in pretense, kind of thing, right? I'm talking about when the real Kundalini starts awakening properly. So when you go that, imagine just pushing yourself to start being in that level, you know, things. I always believe that when you're going through this spiritual journey, a lot of things, they happen as they're supposed to happen when the time is right for you to start, for things to start revealing themselves to you. So for, let's say if my Kundalini is awakening and I was not aware of it, I might look at it as in it is prematurely happening. But it is, if you look at it as in it is supposed to happen, then it will be like it is happening as it is supposed to happen. It depends how you look at it. But forcing it is different. It is like even forcing, you know, like when you're taking all this kind of herbs, or taking all this kind of I use what they call it, I use, isn't it? Those kind of things that makes you go so deep into this and opening this key that is deep into spiritual things. Like you start seeing things that you didn't even know exist. You start, you know, all those kind of things. There are some times when people open those kind of portals, right? It becomes too difficult for them to take, because they prematurely open a bit of themselves that they were not ready for things to be revealed in that way. So with Kundalini, I think for it to function properly, it has to, things have to happen naturally. You know, you can't force it. You can't force it. And as well, when it happens, what happens with Kundalini as well, it might open, like, I'll now give you example with mine. It might open where, you know, everything works, it's magic on you, and then it lays dormant for some time. And when the time is right, you need cleansing. Kundalini can be used to specifically go on the part of the chakra that needed for you to be cleansed for the whole body, for your whole body, etheric body kind of cleanse. But the Kundalini will go strictly to that part of the chakra. But then when the cleansing happening, it will be all over body kind of purification when it happens. So the dangers, Kundalini can make, for some people they can go crazy, right? Crazy as in mentally crazy. Because when Kundalini happens for different people, guys, there is that bit. I haven't yet met anyone or dealt with anyone who Kundalini has happened and they've gone crazy. But I've read about it that if you force things like that, you can actually go crazy. You can go crazy because what happens to our body when it comes to Kundalini, guys, is even for me, even though I talk about it lightly, even for me, it was too alarming. It was too alarming because a lot of things that are happening to your body, they're unbelievable. A lot of things that gets to you get to see. I'm talking about spiritually see, and we're not talking about physical, right? Spiritually see and spiritually feel They are not naturally, and as in literal terms, you cannot logically even try to reason and explain them, right? So these kind of things, I believe we should try as people not to force them just because we want to experience what other people have experienced, or we want to reach the level that other people have reached. So we should, all these things should be guided, should be guided, should be guided by people who really know what they're doing, not just because you want. And it can be painful. It can be painful, very painful for others, really painful. And that kind of pain, physically, it can put you down where you literally everything stops. You cannot do anything else. I'm talking about Kundalini. So we'll just have to be careful when these things are, these things are happening to us, and to be careful that we don't force them. Yes, for others, when Kundalini happens, because it's difficult without talking about myself with this one, because I just think it's nice things with Kundalini with mine. I cannot remember the bad things that were happening. Kamagu becoming and Dineo, did I answer you properly? Because I was all over the place. Guys, I'm a sick person as it is. I'm sick. How do I know? I'm just trying to keep my brains functioning. How do I know if Kipatla right or wrong, especially using paper? Because I don't remember seeing anyone using it in my family. How are you currently doing it? How do you partner with it, Dineo, so we know where you're coming from? Okay, Fana Futi, once your Kundalini is awakened, they say, you then realize your true purpose. That's the reason why I want it open. It doesn't have to take Kundalini opening for you to realize your true purpose. Not everyone will get to feel the real Kundalini, the whole Kundalini happening, as in like the whole thing happening like that. Not everyone will go through that, Fanafuti. Not everyone. Not all healers will experience Kundalini. I'm talking about the Kundalini. I'm not talking about the chakras opening. I'm talking about Kundalini as that movement. It is happening naturally on your body, where not every healer will go through that. Not all healers will go through that. Yes, our chakras can open one by one, and yes, your ancestors can tell you, can help you find your true purpose. Even you, as your spiritual opening with your what they call it, your Isithunywa, your natural given gift, you know what your true purpose is. Without your ancestors, remember that. And ancestors, they come with their own things. You naturally, you know your true purpose, what you came here for. It doesn't have to take Kundalini for you to know that. Kundalini is just a path, where it is that path that it is used especially just for clearing, and as well to open you a little bit more. And then when you need to open a little bit more, it goes around clearing as well again, so that you can open more, like more and more. Because once Kundalini has worked on you, like what Kundalini stops, it stops you from the clutters, right? Thinking about the clutters and all those kind of things, so that when you see things as you're supposed to see them. And you can see things as you're supposed to see them once your crown chakra is open, right? So it can go like in stages where it is chakra after chakra, chakra after chakra. But when it comes to Kundalini on its own, Kundalini meaning that what do you call it? How do I say it? Kundalini, I'll put it as it's like a play, right? A play happening on your body. So for clearing purposes, like all that kind of thing, where it is just that big, huge adjustment happens. So you go high up there. Remember that as healers, and as healers, we are not gifted the same way. Remember that. So your experience is not going to be the same as another healer's experience. And if your ancestors can communicate with you through dreams, and your other guides, the guides that comes for you as a messenger, start giving you, showing you, giving you a little bit of information through dream state about where you're going and where you're getting wrong, and so that you can remember your path and what your true purpose is supposed to be. You'll be fine. You don't need Kundalini and all those kind of things, fancy things. Dinel, I light it with white, red, blue, and yellow candles. Okay. Okay. So, all right. Let's find out from Dinel. Google. Okay. How do I know if Kipatla right? All right. Normally if you've been doing all these things, you've been using all these candles, and you've been seeing your dreams nicely and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Are you getting dreams? Are your dreams clear? That is the question for Dinel. We'll deal with your question properly. Are you getting your dreams clearly? You understand them? I saw the colors in my dreams, and when I woke up, I just knew immediately that I was supposed to buy those candles, even though I didn't see the candles, just the colors flashing before me. Okay. All right. Spo, tell me, what does it mean when I dream of myself with a cloth on your back over my shoulder? Do I need to buy it? Okay, this one. Excuse me, yes, you should buy it. That means you're going to be going through a therapy. You'll be going through therapy, Spo. You're going to be crying a lot. If you haven't healed, they'll be healing you nicely in dream state. You're going to be so going through emotions and stuff. Yes. And if you cry, you need to cry. Dinel, I saw the colors in my dreams. Okay, I'm repeating myself, don't I? Yes, Dinel. So if you're guided by your ancestors, remember that the way you partner, remember that I can only give you the advice that I give everyone that I work with, right? If you've been partying and you're seeing your dreams are clear, and you're doing you're talking to your ancestors, that means there's nothing that you're doing wrong. Because if you are doing something wrong, your ancestors will correct you in the dream state. They'll show you how they prefer you to communicate with them. If they haven't changed anything, that means you're on the right path with them. Now, if someone comes and say you're doing it wrong, do it this way, then the problem is no longer with the partnering business. The problem is you wanting to just change your mind just because someone says change your mind and doing this way. We partner as guided by our ancestors, sometimes as guided by the people who our ancestors have sent us to, or sometimes as guided by how our family rituals were done. So we continue as it is. But if not, we just have to do as it is. Ancestors, they will even show you in the dream how they teach us about how they want us to partner to them. In the dream, they will use you, they will use others. Now, what they will do is that you either see yourself going to someone or a healer. They want to show you someone like that. You're going to a healer, you're sitting down there with a healer, and then you see yourself burning things and papating the hands, clapping hands like this, and saying, Tobela, Tobela, Tobela. Then your ancestors are saying, this is how we do it, my child. We say Tobela. Then you see yourself sitting down with someone, even with a healer, or sitting down near the river, doing this. Ndawe, Ndawe. Then your water spirits are saying, this is how we prefer you to greet us. Ndawe, Ndawe. And you kneel down like the way you saw the person kneeling down. Ndawe, Ndawe. Now, when they want you to use candles, they will show someone using candles. But with candles, you must remember, with the colors, they'll show you different color candles for different reasons. Even in the dream, you see, because they will be playing a scenario in the dream to show you that we light this green candle or we light this white candle, my child. Every time when you're talking to us, every time you just light the candle, my child, we will hear you. Now, my child, now the scenario changes. You see someone, you actually arguing with your friend. Oh, okay, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't even think it. Okay. You see something that it doesn't look comfortable, and you're really scared. Your ancestors, the purple or the red candle appear in the middle of nowhere. Your ancestors said, when you're scared, my child, light the red candle, you feel fine, will be around you dealing with that issue you have that is scaring you. You understand? That's how they will teach us about different candles and their purposes, their colors, and what they're used for. Anyway, where was I? Park. Spore, thanks, Gog. I'm having palpitation right now. Third day today, and I'm crying, baby. Oh, I'm sorry, Spore. I'm sorry, Spore. Remember, yes, crying is a normal thing, is a necessary thing. We need to cry when we feel like crying. Don't hold it back. You need to cry and cry a lot. And if people are asking you why you're crying, you tell them you saw this cloth. Those who understand, they will know that it's time for crying. If you don't cry, then it becomes problem, because if you hold it inside, then it becomes problem. We need to open up proper. Those chakras will be blocked if you don't let your emotion, you don't express yourself as you're supposed to through emotions. And I don't feel right with them purple. It even choked me when I'm burning it. Then why are you burning it, You can't burn something and you get choked, and your ancestors haven't even asked you to do things, and you're doing them. You're out there forcing things on yourself. If your ancestors, remember that this kind of herbs, we are using them for different reasons. Everyone is doing, you don't know, sometimes your friends are doing certain things, you don't ask them why they're doing them. The next thing you start, your friend says, that one works for me. The friend doesn't tell you the whole story. I was using this because something happened. When that thing happened, I was advised to use this because it deals with that bead and opens this bead as well. But you're taking the advice, you go in there, you're suffocating yourself trying to do other things that your ancestors haven't even asked you to do. And guys, we need to be very careful in this spiritual path. We have to be guided by our ancestor spirits and guides for everything to do with them. Ancestors will tell us that we need to use snuff because there's a reason for it. Because even they know that snuff will help you with this particular thing, this particular thing, this particular thing. Your ancestors will tell you to use water because they know with that water, it will help you with this particular thing, and this particular thing when you're communicating with them. They will ask you to use certain things, some herbs that some of us, we don't even know. Because the ancestors, they know that in that herb, remember, in that herb, you are not only burning it because it smells nice. You are not only burning it for that. That herb is got properties in it that it goes directly to that beat that it will help, it will unblock that beat. That herb has got properties that when you're inhaling it, it will go directly to wherever that it is going to help you see things properly. It will help you open even your throat, because remember, you're inhaling, isn't it? Whatever it is that goes in there, stuff like that. It will help deal with that other bit that some of us, we are still learning about. Right? So don't just see things and just start, we are there doing this. That's why even as healers, okay, I should not go there. I should leave it there. I'm sick. I'm not ready to deal with that bit. Anyway, okay. Dineo, I dreamt going to Enyang wearing red, white, and black cloth with lion on it. But she chased me away and said, I don't belong there. Her initiates were bowing in front of me. I'm really confused. Okay. Which Nyanga was that? Okay, so how did you dream? When did you dream this? This dream came afterwards. Okay, I've stopped using it. It just doesn't feel right. Yes, don't use things that don't feel right. Look, if you can communicate with if your ancestors are still feeding you dreams, don't try to. I got in purple. I burn in purple. It really doesn't do anything for me. I just like the smell, and sometimes as healers as well, you want to know what you're referring to people, what you're giving people as well. You don't want to just give people something that you don't understand how it works, what it is used for. I burn it because I like just burning the smell of it. Before paper was burning sage, the other sage that the other ones, white something. You understand? So we sometimes, these kind of things that people do, they're doing it as well. It's like sometimes we even do rituals. Sometimes as people, remember, as people, sometimes we use other sort of things. You might see me even drinking this tea every time I'm on live session, because it is my ritual, isn't it? I drink this tea. It's my ritual. It's my ritual. If I don't drink it, I'll even feel like this live session doesn't go through nicely. And it doesn't mean anything else. It just means that I've got a ritual. I like it. I feel good when I'm sitting down, I'm talking on live session, and I'm talking about ancestor stuff, and I'm drinking different kind of teas. I love it. It's a ritual that is actually working very well for me. Otherwise, if I don't do that, I'll feel like ancestors might not come. Actually, ancestors are not supposed to come because they have nothing to do with this one. This one is just... I'm just giving advice. Anyway, I think I'm telling this into the truth of God. Gosh, am I feeling a bit dizzy a bit? All right, what was I? I was talking to Dineo. Okay, spoke. If you dream of a pie and you forget what it looked like, will the dream come back again? Yes, if you ask your people, yes. You ask them that you don't remember the dream. You saw the cloth, but you can't remember what it looked like. Yeah, they will bring it back again. They're the ones who need you to wait. These ancestors, guys, don't forget about them. They want us to wear them as well. Anyway, it's not like it's a two-way thing, you know. You remember? Okay, I should not turn this into the truth of God. Anyway, so that is just that. What's happening there? So as ancestors people, we need to remember, right? We need to remember to always go back to our ancestors. Everything. Remember that sometimes when they're, especially when it comes to forgetting dreams and all these kind of things, Sometimes it's nothing to do with us, guys. Ancestors, they need to do their work, spiritually do their work to fix us. And like the same way as the Kundalini thing happens, ancestors as well, they need to do their work to fix us spiritually, to fix the chakras spiritually, which they are supposed to do. They can do that. Ancestors, they need to do it, their job. So sometimes when you forget your dreams a lot, and you can tell that this has nothing to do with what I'm doing, what I'm eating, I'm not even that stressed. This has nothing to do with me, right? When I'm saying nothing to do with you, obviously it's something to do with you. But what I'm saying that physically, you're not doing anything to stop yourself from remembering your dreams, from remembering the visions, the dream as they come in image form, right? It's like you dreamt, but you can't. Nothing comes into your memory when you're trying to memorize. What was it that you were dreaming about, right? And sometimes, especially those who started talking to their ancestors, you started hearing them, right? And then if they go, you don't hear them properly. You're wondering what the hell. Have I lost contact with my people? Sometimes they need to do their work. Remember that they need to do that. They can do that. That's when you find that a lot of you guys, you'll have people fixing you, spiritually fixing you. And then you're wondering if you've got people physically with you when it is spiritual. It's like you kind of feel like there's someone there with you physically. People are doing things on you. And some of you start thinking that you've been bewitched when it is your ancestors fixing you, spiritually fixing your etheric body. But then it can sometimes feel like there are people there physically with you doing things on your body. Right? It is your ancestors. They need to do their jobs. So anyway, actually this is giving me this takes me to this. Remember, if you are a spiritual person, not just spiritual person, a healer or soon to be healer, because I think this is most about that. Remember, if you are a healer or soon to be healer, the reason why you're a healer or soon to be healer, it means that you're going to be working with 3 different kind of bodies. 3 different kind of bodies: physical, etheric, astral. Right? Physical, that is me as you see me, physical me, right? Physical, etheric, and astral. So when ancestors are fixing your bodies, because remember that as a healer, you're going to have to go into trances. You're going to have to go into a trance, meaning that you go and talk to your ancestors. You're going to have to astrally go past the ancestral realm, go to other realms using your astral body, right? So when these 3 bodies are not, something goes wrong there, the chakras have to be fixed. If something goes wrong there, so meaning that the 3 levels of your bodies are not connecting properly, meaning that there are other information that bit, when it gets to that bit, the physical one, meaning that you, when you're memorizing things, is trying to think logically. You cannot think about things properly. It means that something is gone wrong with your chakras. So your ancestors, they have to do their tricks, deal with your etheric and your astral body. When they're dealing with those things, sometimes your physical body will feel the things, and sometimes you might get that confusion, like you've got someone there with you, right? Someone there physically with you, because you've been between all these 3 bodies, so sometimes you cannot tell which one is which. Anyway, where was I? We spoke in Kosi. Ke a leboga, Thobela, ke a leboga. Yes. How are you? How are you getting on today, ke a leboga? So yes, so that is just that. Okay, Dineo said, "Gosh, can you believe I'm sweating? I'm actually feeling the sweat. I'm literally, ish, we, especially." mm, At least, even if I'm looking sick, right? I should try. Uh, at least my lips can be a bit. Um, what was I looking for? I was reading a message, isn't it? There was something I was looking for there. Oh, my tea. All right, Dineo. Whose message is held for review? What did you say? Why are they holding your message for review? Man. I do not like this, what they are doing to Faith. Another moderator that just sent. Why do I have another moderator? Okay. Tobela Faith, and thank you for the love and the heart. Girl, why are they saying that there's another moderator looking at this? Guys, what is happening on my live sessions? Do I have too many people dealing with these things, my live session? Anyway, I was talking to Dine. Especially if you're still on the journey and already getting messages pass to people. They look at you like you're crazy or are a witch. They get angry on how you know about it. Yes. You go past that. You go past that. You go past that. But as well, this, I guess it is part of our training. I mean, how else can they train us? They have to train us like that. But one thing that ancestors do, even though they give you the messages, remember that when they don't give one person one message, right? They'll give you messages to pass to those people, and they'll give another person to give the same message to that person, so that that person know that this is serious stuff, especially when it's serious things to do with ancestors. So yeah, yes, that is part of our training. You train like that. There will come a time when you don't need to be going to people. People will be coming to you. So you okay. Oh, probably it is me, isn't it? When they say the moderator's done that. Okay, Paul, I like it when they send me. Oh, when me and someone else the same message. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? That is so beautiful. Yes, I used to love that. I used to love it. I used to even love when ancestors they show themselves in your dream state going to someone else, like to give someone the message, to show you that we're giving you the message, but as well we're giving the same message to that particular person. You understand? So you keep on waiting to hear that that person has gone. You understand? Because you don't want to be like because sometimes it can be just too excited. They already told me they're gonna send the message to that person. When it's still new, you get too excited. It can be exciting. And then you're waiting around, you don't hear anything, that person hasn't passed the message. You're wondering when are the ancestors gonna go to this person, you're counting. they've came to me on this day. How come? Because when they're showing it to you, they're showing it to you like they're going today, right? They're going today to give someone the message. But that message might not come to that person the same night. They might go the following day to that person, or maybe 2 days afterwards to that person, to give the same message to someone. So it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So that's just this our ancestors. They are really good like that. They are good like that, and yeah. So yes, that's just that. I used to tell my mom. Oh, that's Dinel. Okay. Yes, that's better. And I used to tell my mom because I was scared to tell them. She would tell everyone. So now I have no choice but to go to them straight. Me, my mom and I will wake up with a similar message. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. It's so beautiful when they do that. It's so beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's beautiful ancestors. It's so beautiful. I mean, you just reminded me of how when my ancestors, when I was deep into this, and I was like going like it was too much. The beginning is too much. I think the beginning, which is the training, when they really training you, like the early training, it can be like hectic, right? When you're talking about giving the message to your mom, and you just reminded me of my boy, right? I was there writing down, when you just wake up, you're writing the message, or the ancestors have come. If you're talking to them, like for me, I was talking to them, isn't it? So I'm talking to them and I'm writing the messages down, and my boy will be saying, "I see cry, I see Cuckoo," like because she's met Cuckoo, right? Like but she didn't know at the time, like but I had to explain, it is that one on the picture, my child. It's that one. It's Cuckoo on the picture. So I see this. I see an old man. Is that your grandmother? Is that your grandmother? Because kids can see things, isn't it? So it's beautiful. It was so beautiful. When sometimes you're not losing it. And I used to, okay. Okay, all right. Yes, that's just that. So, gosh, I better not have that. I better not. I thought I was doing really well. I better not. So, yes. So anyway, I'm just here to talk to you guys. If you have anything more to talk about this kind of stuff, spiritual things. Anyway, there's something that's anyway. Now I'm gossiping, isn't it? I'm gossiping. I should leave it there. I was about to gossip. It's not good in this path to gossip. So spiritual people dealing with spiritual ancestral stuff. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about ancestors, spirits, and guides. And we're trying to remember, oh gosh, I'm feeling something here. We're trying to remember that as spiritual people, we always have to be guided by our ancestors, spirits, and guides, because that's where we get all the information, right? The information comes directly from our ancestors, spirits, and guides. Everything that we need to do, the way we learn about different things, our healing, how we're going to be working with others, and we learn about those things through our ancestors. They will teach us how we're going to work with others. Our ancestors will teach us about different ways that we need to protect ourselves. Our ancestors will teach us different ways we need to work, right? Different ways that we need to communicate with them. And remember, guys, something, right? As sometimes you might not see that you're opening like a lot. It takes sometimes, for a lot of people, it takes you being out there and working for your ancestors to give you more and more information. Like you might think that you're still far on your journey and stuff like that, But sometimes ancestors, they cannot give you all this, even teaching you about herbs and stuff like that, when you're not out there trying to work with people. So sometimes, even if you don't know, like you might be working, just working as a normal person, working with your prophetic gifts. And the more you work with people out there, you start seeing even ancestors who were herbalists coming to help you, teaching you about the herbs, right? Because you'll be now opening for them to start helping you with the herbal stuff. So sometimes you don't learn about this at the early stages. You learn about it as you go along on the spiritual path. And sometimes forgive me, guys. I'm at home now. I can do the things that people don't like to see live on there. So, nasty stuff. Yes, it is COVID. That's what happens. We go with nasty things. So anyway, they will teach you about all these kind of things as you start working with others. Yes. Okay, where was I? Dinner. So if you have two spirits from father's side and mother's side, which one do you attend first? Hey, Dinner, which one do you want to attend first? Guys, spirits cannot be like tamed like that, right? They cannot be tamed like that. I think I did explain this before. It is difficult to say this spirit, you're now working with this spirit. You're not working with this spirit, you're now working with this one. If you're a healer and you have different spirits, let's say like what Dino is asking here, you've got your father's spirit, your mother's spirit. Okay, two spirits. Remember that if it is two spirits, are we talking about two spirits as in like your mother's side, they had spirits? Let's just give you an example. Your mother's side had Abalozi. Your father's side as well, they've got Abalozi. Is that what you mean? Or you mean your father's side have Abalozi, your mother's side have Mandawe? Is that what you mean? So we can answer this nicely. Now, let me just generalize. When you have two spirits, right, let's say your father, you remember if you have Mandawe, they work together. They're not going to be like you go Mandawe from your father's side, Mandawe from the other side. Now, we're talking about ancestors with the spirits. Ancestors will work together with the spirits. Let's say your father and your mother's side, they both have Abalozi. Abalozi is one. Your ancestor, your grandmother from your mother's side, your grandfather or your grandmother from your father's side, they're both coming to give you gifts, right? So your grandmother will have these gifts of this. Your gift will be like knitting with a needle, right? The other comes, your gift will be like doing some crochet work, right? I'll give you an example. Meaning that the gifts are going to be different even though the spirit is one. The spirit, remember that with the spirit gives us their own gift as well, right? Because with the gift from the spirit, we have to help the spirit with something else. They are not just giving something and you're not doing anything in return. The spirit always comes with two things. They're going to give you their gift. You're going to have to spread the word with something that the spirit prefer you to spread, or correct a lot of things that the spirit wants you to correct, right? That is related to what the spirit is all about. Remember that. Okay. Your bay window is beautiful, lots of light. Oh yes, it's beautiful here, Debbie. Very beautiful. Yes, that's why I'm happy that I can be in isolation in here. It's beautiful. Actually, you'll love it when it's raining as well. It's so beautiful because I love rain. Ooh, I'm a spirit child. Okay. I don't know my grandma. Okay, I don't know. My grandfather Kinga Katsupe, my grandma Mdao. And then the question was what? The question was, which one do you attend first? The spirits always work, the spirits and our ancestors, they always work nicely with each other. They give each other time as well. It depends on what it is about you that they might need to work with. If you're just coming, let's just say, you are just so good, you're really good. The spirits find you in peace. There's nothing that the spirit needs you to do, or meaning that healing you, correcting anything to do with you, anything like that. You're just good, you're you're just there, the gift, right? So the spirits, you've got Mandawe spirits here, then you've got your grandfather coming here. Now you're talking about your grandmother with Mdao. You've got grandmother with Mdao. You've got your grandfather with his gifts of the Tsube, and he wants to share his knowledge with you. You've got your grandmother wants to share the knowledge with you, and you've got Mandawe spirits want to give you something as well. They want to share the knowledge with you as a living. So you've got three different things that you're mentioning there. So if you've got that, right? It will really depends. They can all come and give you all the gifts and say you've got Mandawo. The other one says, my child, I used to do this and this. I know I've learned a lot about this when I was living in this earth, right? I've learned so much in my child. I've traveled around. I know this disease, you heal it like that. Your grandmother as well, she says, as well as I come with the Mandawo spirits, my child. But even me, when I was living on this earthly realm, I learned so much as well with my gift. I was doing this, even I was working with Dao, but I learned a lot about other things. There are some herbs when I was talking to other people, I was learning a lot. I want to share with you, right? They're telling me they want to share with you. They can share all those gifts with you, but sometimes it depends the people who are coming to you for help, because you can have all these gifts, but if there are no one coming to ask for help for you to help them with anything related to your gifts, you're just gonna have the gifts and not be using them. So let's say you got gifts, the gifts that your grandfather, the Ngakatsupe, has. A lot of people who are coming to you, they've got sicknesses that your grandfather Ngakatsupe used to help people heal those diseases. It means that a lot of the time you're gonna find that your grandfather is the one who is more apparent in your journey, like helping people, because the people who are coming, he can help them with the things, the gift that is God. Now, when after maybe 6 months, you start seeing a lot of people now having problems, they've got Mandawe and stuff like that. Now you see your grandmother with the Mandawe spirits coming as well, being more into your space a lot, because there are a lot of people who need help with what? With the Mandawe spirits. So you can help them with Mandawe spirits. So sometimes, that's why they say sometimes you will have all these spirits and stuff like that and all these gifts. You'll find that it looks like they're dormant when they're not. It's because there's nothing else they need to be doing there. They can't be helping people who are not there. You understand? All they can do is sometimes in dream state, they will give you information. Yeah, they'll come and give you a little bit of information. But when they want to come and start working properly with others, and they think there's something there they don't like, maybe when they were dormant in your spiritual path, you were doing unnecessary things that they don't like, they will have to come and train you to be what they prefer you to be in that kind of state, so that they can work with you. That's why you see that sometimes, even though they would have trained you, or the spirits would have trained you, you find that when they start working with you every day, now they have to train you. That's why you start seeing that this spirit is now, that's what we will call in the spiritual day, this spirit is now training you. This spirit sometimes is now taking you through the cleansing bit. Cleansing bit can happen in dream state, meaning that sometimes the spirit might take you through the things that when it was dormant, you were doing that were not right. When they bring them out to you in the surface, you start not liking it, meaning that you have to go through all these kind of emotions. Because a lot of things that they bring out to you, the spirit wants you to deal with them first before they start working nicely with you. There will be like some of them. I'm just thinking about myself when I'm explaining this one, that you have to look at them properly, right? Anyway, where was I? But they can be confusing at times. Hey, because sometimes I dream of my son getting clothes with totems, sometimes wearing Zulu headgears. Then I'm confused if it's that is me or for the child. Tricky. Okay. All is well, Kuku. How are you? I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Today I'm just sweating a lot. It's like it's like I'm steaming, natural steam, naturally steaming. Is that what it's called? I don't have temperature though. I haven't had temperature, but light-headedness sometimes. Okay. I can't wait. I'm so confused and tired. I didn't know. You can't be confused and tired. Spiritual hugs. Even when I pray or partner, I don't know who to call first because I don't know. I don't want to upset the other one. Are they cleaning you when you dream of taking showers or bath? How are you taking them and why? What are you doing? How come? How are you taking this? What is happening in your dream? To see yourself taking a shower, or what is happening in your dream? To see yourself taking a bath, so we can understand you. All right. Remember, the only person who's gonna be upset, it is you, the person who's partly. Your ancestors, they can tell that you doing other things, that you don't know what you're doing, or you're doing other things because you yourself, you just want to be upset. When I'm saying that, what I'm trying to say here is that there are things we are doing just because sometimes we don't know what we're doing, right? So you cannot upset someone when you're doing something because you don't know any other way, any other better way. Do you understand what I mean? So why will someone be upset with someone who's trying their best, right? They cannot be upset with someone trying their best. Ancestors cannot be like that. When it comes to speaking to your ancestor spirits and guides, they will guide you on how they want you to communicate with them. Even when there are many, as a normal person, physical, you know when you go to your family gatherings, when you just arrive, you find everyone sitting down there, all the family members, all of them, all even the ones you don't know. When you go in there, when you greet them, how do you greet them? Do you go in there just because the others you don't know, the others you know, you just go and say, Tobela, and you specifically choose the ones that you know. You ignore the rest that you don't know. I'm talking about physically. Physically, we do things. If you can respect everyone who's sitting around, even the ones you don't know, and you greet everyone, you encourage Tobela, all of you. I mean that you're saying Tobela, you're looking at everyone. You don't even have to say Tobela, all of you. You say Tobela. You're greeting everyone. You're looking at everyone. Everyone can see that you're greeting them, all of them, even though you don't say names. Even with ancestors, is the same way. Now, when they want us to understand that we are greeting different people, they will start mentioning greetings with names, meaning that you'll start hearing in the ancestral, in the dreams. When the ancestors want you to start using different greetings. The spirits who are coming and they're new and they do not, you don't yet know them, you will see them when you see them in the dream. When they're greeting each other or they're greeting you, they will greet you with the greetings. Let's say they say Makos. Meaning that even you now, when you partner, not only are you going to say Tobela, now you have to include Makos. Now you get, you okay, you do Tobela Makos, right? Now you see another spirit comes in with a new greeting. You see people greeting each other and they say Khanyang, 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 right? So that means even your greetings start being updated. When you greet your ancestors, spirits, and guides, you start saying Tobela, Makosi, Khanyang. Now, 6 months along the way, you see other people, they're greeting each other, they're saying, Tokozani, 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 Tokozani. Right? Even you, they're greeting you, they're saying Tokozani. Meaning that there are some people in that dream space with your ancestors. Now, they're including Tokozani in your dreams. So when you're greeting, you say Tobela, Makosi, Khanyang, Tokozani. Right? Then they keep on increasing. They keep on adding more greetings because you understand when you start with these people. Then you've got the Ndawe. You don't just do Ndawe because other people are doing Ndawe. It's because with your people, there's people who are saying Ndawe, meaning that they're introducing you to themselves, that they greet each other with Ndawe. Then you add it. When you're greeting your people, you add Ndawe as well. So that is how we start communicating with our people. Then, if you are like me, you will have others who don't want you to say anything to them. When you start clapping hands, they're looking at each other, they're looking at you, and they say, what are you saying and what are you doing? And what does that actually mean? They say to you, for us, don't do anything like that. We don't want anything. You just talk to us. You can talk to us. Don't go bending. We see you bending. You've got so much respect, and you're clapping your hands as well. You're not even looking at us straight. Please try and look at us while we're talking to you. And then you now know how you now have other people now. When you're greeting them, you don't need to say anything like Tobela and stuff like that. You just, I see you. Then that is your increase because you're learning that there are different people. When you greet them like this. These people are like this, they're from there. When you greet this, the same way as when we're speaking to people, you're speaking to the Xhosas out there, the Bashonas out there, the Ndebeles out there, Baswati out there. You're greeting your relatives from Botswana, you're greeting people from that. They've got a different way they greet, right? Because that greeting has got a meaning on it. Because you understand that when you're greeting people like this, definitely you know they're from that bit. Because the language, like I said, has information. We're talking about partly, and I think I went too far out. Heaven, what is happening with dinner? I see myself taking a shower using soapy water. How come? How come? It's not a vision, is it, Spoon? How did you see yourself taking a shower with soapy water? How did this dream start? Because it's not a vision like what I'm thinking about. You just see yourself taking a shower in the dream and the dream ends. Okay. I always go to my mom first and ignore the rest. I didn't know that's no manners at all. Even if you love your mom too much. Lately, I have been hearing this. That sweet sound. Oh my gosh, my voice is going like in my ears. And this morning, I dreamt that I was playing in the sea water, riding waves. Wow! Heaven, you're riding waves, just having fun. Wow! That's a beautiful dream. That one. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. You, it's so beautiful. Sport. I've been introduced to a group of men as a certain name, clan name. I don't know them. I corrected them and told them what my clan name is. Okay. Well, that sounds beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Spo. Do you know? Yeah, there's a lot to learn. You, Joseph. Hi. Anyway, so that's just that. How long have you been here for? Michael, guys, why is time going so fast? What the hell is happening in this spiritual path? Time moves so fast. I mean, I haven't been here for that long. 1 hour. How is that possible? I know. Actually, it stopped raining. I literally need to go to the thing, the water stuff. Yeah, it stopped raining. I thought it was, gosh. Anyway, so what's happening with you guys? You guys are not talking to me now. I can't believe time moves so fast. And I've been trying to call home and my phone is not getting through. I need to get someone to do something very important. What is happening with these things that is happening, the electricity stuff? So we can't even talk to people we want to talk to. This ESCOM stuff, serious. I don't do it intentionally. So said denial. When I do okay. What? There's a lot of people. I just get when I do go where there's a lot of people, I just get angry. I don't understand why. Okay. I wonder why. As Paul, not a vision, was a shower. At first, it started showering under clean shower water, then given a white cream to moisture. I started showering under clean shower water, then given a white cream to moisture. And then what happened in the dream? What were you thinking when you were doing that? Guys, showering, bathing, a lot of those dreams, remember that we wash when we want to get ourselves clean, right? That is the purpose of going in the shower. You want to be clean, freshening yourself up. Maybe you might even be clean. You might be like me, you're sweaty, you just want to go there and clean, just feel refreshed, right? But then when you're in that shower or in the bath, you will know why you're doing that, right? You know why you're there, why you decided to go in there to do that bath or to do that shower. And when you're being given what? White cream to moisture. You know why you're being given and who's giving it to you. You're wondering. Please explain your dream properly, because I do not want to do hearsay on the dream space. Gogo, your teachings are very much appreciated. Have you ever thought of maybe hosting a camping session on a weekend with us when you're in the Republic of South Africa? Yes, I'm doing that actually. I want to do, actually I wanted to start even now. I want to do the retreat, like a weekend retreat. And even here, you can come here and spend a week with me, a weekend retreat. And in South Africa as well, I'm fixing that. So when I go to South Africa, things will be sorted. I'm currently fixing that so that I can have. It will be in South Africa. It will be you'll be coming. It won't be like camping as such. It will be like a okay. It will be like a I like traditional stuff. So those like camping business is my line. It's my things. So yes, when I come to South Africa, I'll put it out there to let you know, guys, I'm coming. So it will be like you'll have things like you'll have a week or weekend with me, a week or weekend with me, and you during that week you'll do a lot of nice things, nice spiritual things, and no playing around, right? But enjoyment, spiritual enjoyment. Yes, we'll just okay. I'm a sucker for staying outside at night, right? For a couple of hours, just being by the fire. If ever they are drumming, we can drum and things like that. Guys, I grew up with those kind of mad bunny things, so it's my line. What you're talking about, kind of. Yes, but I'll do it. I'll do it as a retreat kind of thing. Yeah, I'll be doing that when I come to South Africa. That's the first thing I'm doing, and you'll be the first to know. And I'll do it even here for the UK people. I'll do those retreats here as well, so you can come and spend a weekend or a week with me, right? Yes. And where was I? Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Violet Makadi okay, Makadi, okay, Makadi. I've never had Makadi. I'm new to your channel. You're doing a great job. Oh, thanks, Violet. Thank you so much. I am from Zimbabwe and I have so much I want to ask. You can ask away. Pretty, please. Here's a retreat. I asked a long time. You did, Debbie, and you did, and you're not even. You're even fencing the thing, the nice view here. Come and do a retreat with me. You can come even to UK, and you can actually, yeah, you can come to UK, come to South Africa, and do a retreat with me. Yes, and as I, yeah, let me just do what I can only do for now. Yes, you did say that, Debbie. You did mention the retreat. Yes. My partner gave me the moisturizer. Yes, I'm fixing my place for me to be able to receive people, so people can come and stay over. I'm talking about in South Africa. Here you can we can do retreat, guys. Already things are sorted, right? We can do retreat. But in South Africa, I'm currently finishing up so that when I come there, you guys can come, you'll have a school there. You'll have Goma place. All right, and that is strictly that. Nothing else. It is strictly for us and ancestors, spirits and guides. Okay. Where was I? Please, okay. My partner gave me the moisturizer. It looked like Imbol. This was in the early stages of knowing about my gift. Then he then gave me perfume, but when I looked at it, it was a bottle of bread. Okay, all right. Okay, we use a bottle of brandy for perfume. Okay, well, maybe your ancestors were teaching you something, because brandy, perfume, kind of things, same what's up good. Anyway, where was I? And Debbie is singing gospel songs. Debbie, we don't just sing gospel songs. You need to come with your dollars to Limpopo there in South Africa, right? We want to see the dollars, you know, and we want the Jamaican knowledge as well. Okay. Okay, Spo, Gogo country, where are you from? I'm from Limpopo, Spo. Okay, Limpopo. Did I say Limpopo right? Yes, Limpopo, South Africa. Okay, yippee. Then I should start saving money from now. Oh yes, save up those rents. We need those rents and yes, we need those money. I need to buy drums, like David's talking about my drum. I need to buy lots of drums. I have my own drum. It might be easier for me to fly from USA to UK. Either way, it's beautiful, Debbie. You can fly away, fly away. Lerato, Tobela Lerato, I came late for the party. You're never late, Lerato. You're never late. You know, you're never late. But I caught the great news about retreat when you are next in the country. Thank you, Kialebo, for bringing it up. You said me manjeti, sometimes I run myself in it. Ah, Debbie, and how come, Debbie, you haven't left the feedback? I need to see the feedback in the other side where you got the jet. Okay, I'm not forcing it, but please, you need to remember that some of us we live by the feedbacks. Togoza Kuku is a business guy. Togoza Kuku, Togoza Lady. I'm late, but thank you very much for all your teachings. I'm learning a lot from you, Togoza. Speaking of Jamaica, my daughter dreamt of us visiting Jamaica. What could that mean? Maybe we'll be seeing you there, Debbie. Debbie's already back in the USA by now. So that's just that. So that's beautiful, guys. Yes, I'll let you know when I'm coming to South Africa. I'll let you know. It will be nice. Yes, I'll let you know when I come to South Africa. I was meant to have gone to South Africa this month. I actually even went all the way as to even doing the fast track applying for my kids' passports because they expired. One of them expired in 2019. My son's one expired in 2019. My daughter's one was gonna be expiring in this next month is September, August, isn't it? Next month was going to be expiring next month, and I realized towards the end, last month, is it last month? No, I realized that around this, before, when I was trying to see their passports and stuff, just to check everything, late that their passports, one of them was expired a long time ago, so he didn't have any passport. So I did the fast tracking passports, where you apply and it takes only a couple of days, like 4 days. They said they're supposed to take 7 days, but they took 4 days actually, this one. So I was gonna be on standby. Gosh, how was I gonna do it? It's a good thing I didn't do this, So I was meant to be on standby, meaning that I was looking for a cheaper flights for the three of us to travel to South Africa with the kids. So we were on standby. But then when I kept on looking, the tickets were really, really expensive, and I thought, this doesn't sound right. Because normally, when I travel to them, I tend to buy tickets very late, and I found that they're cheaper. Actually, it's the last time I went to South Africa, I found that I'll get cheaper flights, cheaper tickets, right, to travel if I'm buying like 2 days or 3 days before traveling, or maybe a day before I travel with the children. I don't know. That's how I used to think about it. But this time, I found that the tickets were really expensive, and the budget was just ridiculous. I mean, it was just too much. Anyway, it was either we go to South Africa, which my daughter wanted us to do, or we come here. But circumstances, things happened as well, we end up here, and this is my favorite place as well. So anyway, so that is just that. So we are here. Yeah, so we are here, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I would have been out there on the flight, infecting people on the flights to South Africa. But at least we drove here, so it was easy. We didn't have to, we didn't do, and I didn't know that I had COVID either. So, yeah, so that is just me. So, so yes, we'll do that. We'll plan that retreat thing. I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna be coming to South Africa. It will depend with my work as well. When I can come, because I can't these days. I can't plan these things. So watch out for that space. I'll put it there. I'll announce when I'm coming to South Africa. Anyway, speaking of Njeti cloth, that is Lerato, I had a dream where I saw a bed that was covered in black Njeti bedding. Wow. It looked like a display in a museum. Wow. I've never seen that color before, and the flower was a rainbow. Wow. That's interesting. That's really interesting, Lerato. And then what happened in the dream, so that we understand you and Njeti, what it was all about. Explain it nicely to us so we understand. Did you test COVID plus Coke? Sorry to hear that. Glad to see you are doing well though. Speedy recovery. Yes, I did test COVID. I did test even yesterday, and I was still COVID positive. Let me show you the COVID test. The things that we use for COVID. They're like pregnancy test kind of things, isn't it? But you guys know the COVID things. Gosh, do I actually want to show you this? Is this mine? No, this one is not mine. Okay, this one is not mine. This one is one of the family members was testing, because we have to all test, isn't it? This is like a COVID. This is not mine. Mine has got 2 lines, right? That one. So this is how you test for the COVID bit. Okay, that's what I could find there. It means someone didn't get rid of that. Anyway, where was I? Okay, it was just a bed being shown to me, and the dream kept zooming in on the details. Me, I was just thinking, Okay, Gogo, have you ever encountered people that use healing stones in their healing spiritual practice? Yes. You mean healing stones as in what way? Because I'm saying yes. I'm thinking about something else. In what way, Kialebora? When you said that, all I thought about was the steaming with the stones. The healing stones, the one that they use, they put it on your back and stuff like that. What kind of healing stones? Explain to us. Like a different kind of stones, like those stone colors, different red, the purple, what they call them, those stones. I think I did, if I remember. I think it was still in my Amazon basket thing. Healing stones. I think that's what you mean. Healing stones. Oh, these ones. I think I did try. I did actually was looking at this on what's this website? Shein. Because they looked. I think it was Shein. When I was looking at them, they looked cheaper there. I was looking at them as if, you know, a lot. I mean, I like trying to understand different ways that people use their different ways of healing with different things, right? I check these things. Is like my line. Sometimes I look at these different things, but I do not know how they work myself. But I do know that people use them. Anyway, that is crystals. No, the stone healing stones. There are different kinds of healing stones anyway out there. Yeah, there are different ways. Yeah, they're different. Remember that when you, with ancestors, right? Whatever that you tend to like, if your ancestors they're like open, they might help you with whatever it is that you want to use, like different kinds of things, healing, divination. They will help you with, if they give you something they prefer you to use, they see you like something else, or they see people who are coming to you, they prefer a different kind of divination, they'll introduce it to you. And even healing modalities, if they see, let's say, a lot of people who are coming to you, there are people who prefer different kinds of healing using something that it is not too unfamiliar for them. Your ancestors will introduce what will be familiar to those people, what the people will like. So they'll start teaching about it and how to use it. That is ancestors for you. Okay. If it is okay by you, may I please have your number, Gok? My story or journey is quite complicated. I'm at a point where I don't know what to do next. Okay. Violet, my website is there on my About Me section. Or if you Google Ngaka Tlholo, you'll get my number there. But please, as a spiritual person, before you contact me, you need to ask your ancestors for permission to contact me, right? Before you reach out to me, you need to partner. You need to talk to your people and say, my people, I want to go to Ngaka Tlholo. Okay. Would you please look into her to see if she'll be able to help me, right, with whatever it is that you want me to help you with, so that your people will give you permission. When they do give you that permission, it's very straightforward, it's very simple, and Violet, you contact me, you send me a WhatsApp, or you can book on my thing. Actually, you don't need to send me WhatsApp. You can book on my thing, and then I'll talk to you once they give you permission. Okay, they are chakras or stones, chakra stones. Yeah, I've seen that. Last year I dreamed that I vomited a blue one. Then the yellow tigers I was given to be in a container. Then the blue and red one was given to me from underneath the muddy wood. Wow, that's interesting. It's interesting, Kelabo. So what did you end up doing then? I was just wondering, how are they used? You should ask your people how, because they show them to you. You should ask them how to use them. Because if they're showing you, they're making you aware of them, that means they've got information about them. So you need to ask them so that they can show you how to use them nicely, instead of reading about how others are using them. Some people will read up, like me. I'll read about those stones on the thing, because my ancestors have never taught me about them. But because I'm like that person who's like curious, right? I would have read about them. So when you're asking me a question like this, I'll tell you they use like this, like that. But your ancestors will give you the best information, okay? The best information about them. So ask them. They're probably waiting for you to ask that question. So that's just that. Anyway, guys, that's just us. So anyway, so I've been on this thing where when I'm going to the I'm actually not allowed to go into the kitchen because my family are like you shouldn't come here, you cross you're infecting us and stuff like that. And I get stuck in here. Actually, talking about here, I need to go out there. I need to go into the water, guys. You guys want to walk with me to the water? Uh, Actually, always fancy doing this, holding a phone, isn't it? And walking, guys, walking outside. I always like that. So we can go to the water together. Because I haven't been there today, and I think I'm due, right? I'm due breathing in that water, isn't it? What time is it? How long do we have on here? 40 minutes. How many? 48. Hey. Okay. Casey, Torella Casey. Which ancestors cause a cold, tingling feeling at the back of your neck? I wouldn't know, Casey. I wouldn't know. So if you want to know the ancestors, who's actually doing what on your body, all you have to do is tell them, my ancestors, I am feeling this particular way. I'm unsure of what is happening to my body. As people living, we don't want to be stressed and going out there and getting the wrong information, right? Can you tell me who is working on me, right? Who's working on me, and what are you actually working on? Why am I feeling these sensations or tingling, whatever it is that you're feeling on your body? And I want to be sure that there's nothing else. This is a spiritual thing. So can you tell me if it is you, and if it is you, what it is that you're doing on me? As you can see, my people, since I don't hear you, meaning that I'm not talking to you, I can only understand you in the dream space. So please, can you show me what it is that you're doing in the dream so that they can show it to you? That is answering Casey. Gosh. Hey, I'm feeling a bit. Okay. I was sick. Okay, I need something. I think maybe that's why I'm feeling like this. I need to drink. My tea is cold. My tea is cold. I need something to drink. Gosh, this even tastes horrible. Actually, this is unusual. Oh, it is milk. It is the milk. Oh, guys, what I love about Scotland as well, the water here is unbelievable. So nice. I'm talking about drinking water. The drinking water, guys. So nice. Even just the water here is just beautiful. It is so smooth, it's so soft as well. It is the water from where I come from in London, my place there. It is hard, right? If you're using a bar soap, it leaves those dirty things on in the bath. Here, the water, it's like if you want to use bar soap, actually it's the most, it leathers on your body, on your thing when you're washing. Ooh, that's what I love about the water. Even the drinking water is like the rain water, you know? It's like drinking the rain water. Guys, do you see the things that I find, things that I'm easily pleased like that? I was sick for the longest time. So, so I've decided to go to a muti shop and ask about them. The lady there showed me how they looked like as she was selling them. The flu went away immediately when I held them. That's interesting, Kelebo. Debbie, yes, I looked for tickets. It is between 1,500 USA to 2,500 to fly to South Africa. That's expensive, man. I put off traveling there until next summer. Wow, that is so expensive. 1,500. Wow, that's really expensive. Violet Banner, thank you so much, Gogo, for the advice. I'll definitely do as you've said before I contact you. Yes. I bought them and kept them in a glass on top of my bedroom side table. They have been with me for over a year, and lately I'm attracted to them. Attracted to what? Oh, the crystal things. Okay. You remind me of something. I think I was always that person, isn't it? Myself before I even became a healer. Paul, yes, please, let's walk to the water. Yes, Paul, we need to walk to the water. I really want to go there before it starts raining. It's actually raining a little bit. I'm sure Nagog. I hope I'll be able to pronounce your ancestor's name correctly when asking my ancestors for permission to consult. Violet, you don't need to pronounce my ancestors' names, okay? All you do is just say to them, my people, I am going to Mogulu Makosi Amakhulu Tlokhulu, or you say Gogo Tlokhulu, or you use the way you respect the Gogos in Shona, right? And then you use that to say Tlokhulu at the end. Your people will know you're coming to me, because obviously they can even, because when you're talking to them, even in your vision, they can see what you're talking about. You've seen you talking to me here on live session. So it is fine. They will know you're going to. Learning my name is out of respect for you and for me as well. You know, if you can know my name, it will be even better to know, you know. Imagine going to someone and you don't even know. Remember my spiritual name. My spiritual name, guys, is nothing to do with anything to do with how you pronounce it. It's nothing to do with how you pronounce it when you're talking to my people, when you're talking to your people and stuff. It is out of respect, right? Out of respect. I'm talking about my spiritual name. It's out of respect. And remember, you're not going to go there and say to your people, you're going to Maidi Johnston. That is my name, right? You're not going to say you're going there. You're going to tell your people that you're going to the spiritual me, so that spiritually your people will be able to look into my spiritual me. And when they're talking to my ancestors, through my spiritual name, they will directly talk to my ancestors. Because these spiritual names that we are given, it is like is a spiritual identity there. So you're given that name, only these spiritual names are very important, guys, very important. So your people can directly talk to my people. You do not need my official name that is on the passport or that is on my identity document. That one is nothing. My spiritual name will give your people all the information that they need. There is no secret that your people will not see, that even me am hiding. When I'm saying secrets, I'm here on live session. There are some things I'm not going to share with you, right? Your people, when they get my spiritual name, when they go directly to my people, they'll get every information about me. There's nothing that is going to be hidden to your people. And my people, obviously, there's something, they're not going to give your people everything about, they're not going to be like, but every information that is very important, because your people will never send their child. They will never send their child to a place where their child is going to be messed up. Messed up. So the spiritual name will just, they'll deal with that. So they'll deal with me. They'll deal with me nicely there. Right? They will know everything that they need to know. Me, I can come here, do the marketing. Come with my consultation. I'll see this, I'll see that, I'll see this, I'll see that, I'll see this. Ooh, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. You heal, man. You come and even invite the Debbys. Come, Debbie, come. I'll do the spiritual retreat. No, your ancestors, they go and they just go on their spiritual things, and then they look at talking about spiritual retreats, talking about the consultation and what she actually sees in consultation. Your people, they can look at me and they think, yeah, really? That is what it is all about. So you go there. When you're giving someone money, you know your people said, give that person money. When you're paying for consultation, your people have allowed you to use that money because they know that that money is got a purpose where it is hitting. That is what it is all about. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. There's no other way. I'm taking you out of spiritual and being physically telling you how these things works. Okay, where was he? Yes. So we need to learn people's names is very important. And we don't have to pronounce them as they will pronounce them, because we pronounce them as we are able to pronounce them ourselves. Togozagog, are we connecting Nzunza spirits? Who is that? Big. Khanya Big. Dineo, that's Limpopo for you. The water is not nice. What? It is not Limpopo, that's the water. Which water is not nice, Dineo? The water is nice in Limpopo. Which water are you talking about? Actually, the water in my place is very salty. But not everywhere. But in my yard, it's very salty. Very, very salty. Like serious. I'm talking about in Limpopo. It's very salty. Okay, Genevera. Gogo, I recently connected with my ancestors and I was told that I'm a medium and want to know what it is actually means. I do desire to develop a strong connection with my ancestors and spirit guides. Okay. So your ancestors told you that you're a medium. So you need to ask them what they mean. What they mean. How do you become other people's medium? So that they can show you. I have not come across anyone here in the Bahamas that knows or is familiar with this. Okay. Remember, just being a medium means that you can actually connect with ancestors the same way as us. We are mediums as well. So you can connect with our ancestors. How your mediumship work is different for everyone, meaning that sometimes with how we connect with ancestors, sometimes we hear, sometimes we see, sometimes we feel, sometimes we sense. Okay, sense is the same thing as hearing, feeling, something like that, isn't it? So it depends on how you sense all the spirits that cannot be seen by the eye, physical eye. Spirits and ancestors. Okay. Mukuru in Shon. That's beautiful, Mukuru. Mukuru makosi ya makulu. Okay. All right. If you're looking for reference. Okay. Thank you, Casey. Gogo, could you add a payment in US dollars on your website? I know the equivalence in pounds. Maybe WhatsApp might be better. Okay. Yes, I'll do that. I'll do the payment thing. Actually, the payment thing, yes. But anyway, this is the thing, isn't it? When I was doing my website, I thought they will, when it comes to currency, when depending on where you're viewing my website from, it will automatically change to your currency there. So I don't know whether maybe I'm not paying enough for what. Maybe I need to look into that. But remember that, anyway, I'll do that. I'll re-add the what's that? I'll re-add what's that payment thing as well? Because there's so many payment different ways that you can pay me. I'll add the PayPal, and then for those in who uses dollars, they can pay me with dollars. You know, so you can just pay directly with dollars. But you know, when you're converting as well, when you're making this the rates, converting pounds, converting to dollars, converting to rands, right? It kind of might look a bit too dear to others, right? Because of you're trying to be fair. Anyway, I'll try and put there where you can pay with PayPal, and just put your dollars, and then they will just, PayPal will do their tricks. So I get it in pounds. I was told that I was a seer. All right, that's beautiful. Nyasha. I wanted to don't know, schedule a consultation, but payment was in pound and rand only. Okay, we need those dollars. We'll try and do the tricks so that Debbie can give us dollars. Geneva, okay. Gogo, thank you. I will definitely seek my ancestors more on it. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know how we say in Shona, using totems and spiritual name, for example, Mudare Rashumba. Okay. Mudare Rashumba. Okay. All right. Mudala Shumba. Shumba is what? Is it an elephant? Mudara Moholo. Okay, Moholo Tofu. Is it Mudara Shumba? The Shumba what? Shumba is an elephant. Lion. Okay, lion. Mudara Shumba. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's interesting. Yes. Talk to your ancestors so that we're learning Shona as well. Remember that every consultation, any exchange is an exchange of information, meaning that okay, Dara is consultation. Okay, Mudar. Okay, Dara is consultation. All right, that's interesting. That's how we learn, Violet, like this. All right. So when you greet, okay, I should not go there, not now. Anyway, so that's interesting. Yes. This spiritual path. Oh, it stopped. Stop raining, guys. Let me take you out for a walk, because I need to go out for a walk as well. I need to go to my river. I need to go and grab my chair before those mages start coming in, right? I need to get something to wear so I don't get beaten, because out there I will be beaten, guys. I'll be properly beaten. I'm coming. I'm just gonna get my shoes. Okay, we're here, and let's see how much, if I've got, okay, internet is there. I need to be careful not to show you the debt.